Hi, welcome to WatchMojo.com. I'm your host Layla, and I'm talking to author of The Fruit Hunters, Adam Leith-Gallner, who shows us that Willy Wonka's got nothing on Mother Nature. Tell us what turned you personally into a fruit hunter and set you on this project.
The whole thing for me began on a trip to Brazil in 1999. I was surrounded by these incredible fruits that I'd never seen before, and I started asking myself questions. What are these things? Where do they come from? What do they taste like? And most importantly, why can't we get those things where we live?
Capitalism and industrialization are two obvious factors that sort of decide what is made available to us. But more specifically, do you want to share some of the factors that are deciding what we eat?
Well, there are a number of factors that determine which fruits actually make it out of the farms and out of the forests into our supermarkets. And one of the things that's very important is that a fruit be shippable and be able to last long enough that they still remain fresh, or at least look fresh when they get to us weeks later. Many of the fruits that we get in our supermarkets are actually picked before they're ripe. So they're picked green, but they've been bred to have these immaculate exteriors that look like they're totally ready and totally delicious. So when we go into our markets, we see these things that look incredible, but in fact they're not even ripe. So when you bite into them, they taste terrible.
How widespread do you think that our lack of awareness of the fruit that really exists is?
I think most of us only think that there are a couple of dozen varieties of fruits that exist. They can't imagine that nature is actually filled with tens of thousands of amazing fruits that we've never heard of. And many of these fruits are absolutely amazing and very different from the things that we do get here in our local supermarkets.
After reading your book, what are some other tips that you have for us for taking control of the fruit that we consume?
Fruit marketers have concocted something called permanent global summertime. That means that everything is always available. The truth is, these fruits really only grow in season. Julia Child recommended getting to know your butcher in order to get a good slice of meat. Now, I think it's really important to get to know the people who work in these fruit stores and to ask them what's in season, because otherwise you just won't have any idea. They all look amazing on the outside, so you can't really tell. But if you know somebody and you've gotten to know them and you could say, what's good this week? They could say, well, you got to check out these white nectarines, or maybe the apricots are just magical right now, or maybe the strawberries are great. Otherwise, you just won't ever be able to know.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome. Thank you.